Hello again, it's Trinity Bell, back with Kyzaan and her adventures in Stormreach. Last video we finished off the Korthos Island series and we actually reached the level 3, so I'm just going to take that level now before we head off to Stormreach Harbour and investigate the quests over there. So we're just going to put all our skill points into the areas that we already have in the past, and we just pretty much do that every level. We get 2 new granted class feats. That comes automatically, we don't choose that. And then we get to choose our next elected feat. So I probably will go for the oh no, I won't. My bad. Forgetting where I'm up to. Okay, toughness is something that I've already taken, but you know, you can never have too much toughness if there's nothing else that you really want. Now later on she's going to have kukris and daggers. Daggers are pierced, kukris are slashing, so I'm going to give her that one this time, which is going to give her extra base attack for her slashing weapons. Just check that there was nothing else. You can focus on skills. There's a whole lot of different things here which I won't go into. It's basically, don't know how. I just have my favorites that I go with, and they're, you know, other people more knowledgeable than I could go much more into depth about all these sorts of things. So I'm happy with that. So there's a quick summary. It's looking good. So there we go. And then we have 6 action points to spend, which we'll do that too, which is what fine tunes your character a little bit, gives it the focus that you want it to have. I generally favour between these two, as I haven't got those yet. You have to buy the Harper agent, and there's other ones. So I've already done some in there. Sharpshooter probably is good at this point. These are all you can enhance your skills as a rogue, and as you put more points in these trees, it unlocks more at different levels. Just check over here, because I sometimes take stuff over here too. I might need to come back and think about this. Okay, there's the kukri skill. That gives you extra extra sneak attack, yes. Right. You can always save things as well. Don't have to spend them all. Okay, so we're going to leave it at that. think about that a bit more later. Okay, so off we go now to leave the island. Venture out into the greater beyond. Actually, I'm going to pick up a hireling here while I'm here because I'm going to be needing that. This is where I differ a little bit from PD rules, but because I've got a rogue, actually I should have got a fighter. I meant to get the fighter anyway. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it helps to have somebody else to have aggro, and because I solo a lot. But I always just have the hireling under level just to make it a bit fairer. Okay, so we spoke to Valeria on the other side, and she brings us over here to Stormreach Harbour. Nice views. It's changed a little bit over the years. And we've got some refugees here. Not really sure. Refugees from the ship, I guess. Alright. Then we run past all the guards, they're not really interested. Now the first man we see is Baudry Cartamon. I'm just going to talk to him because she wants to find out a little bit about where the town is. Now Baudry Cartamon, he's a trader, and he's been around for a bit, but he believes that the city's lifeblood is trade. So she offers to help. She's looking for work, yes. And he says, yes, well you can go and see his employee Tambra Smythe and he'll handle your problem. You also, you get a small collectible bag, which if you open your inventory, that's there. So you put on order gather because now you'll be picking up a lot of things in the dungeons which are collectibles, which are used for crafting, or you can exchange them for items with different people in the town. So first we're going to get rid of all our junk. Not junk. That's part of my new collection. We'll get rid of those. Get rid of those. Oop, bolts, want those. Sell those. Yeah, not a great haul, but that's okay. Make sure to repair. Whoop. Okay. Now the next thing we need to do. Oh, here's Tambor, that's Baudry's employee. Spoke to him. They've got a big problem. Kobolds are getting into the warehouse. Now he wants to set traps, but he needs protection while he does that. So we'll come back and do that later, but first we'll just get organized in the harbour. So the first thing I do is I speak to Baudry, and he gives you a bag, and this guy, he has a bag too that he gives you, but he also wants to exchange it. He wants you to do a little thing for him. He's got a bunch of gems in there that he wants. He has a buyer lined up for them, so he wants you to go in there. So that's a little bit suspicious, but you know, she wants the money at this point. Probably shouldn't do that, but we actually want the bag too. So here we get another bag. So if you're playing a lawful good character, maybe you wouldn't do this quest, but oh, she's not lawful good, she's neutral good. There's a difference. Alright, so just checking what we've got here. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is go to the binder, because when you move areas, it's a good thing to have a new resurrection point so that you don't have to run for miles back to your quest. That's really bad if you're in a group. So here we find another spirit binder, and like we did back in the other tavern, we talk to him and now you'll be resurrected here. This is an interesting area which used to be chock-a-block with people all the time. It's a PvP area if you want to test out your skills as a player. It used to be wall-to-wall people fighting all day, but not as popular anymore. But it's a decent area if you want to do some dueling with some friends, test out your builds, or just have fun. There's other matches that you can do, other types of PvP things, but we won't go into that for now. And this is another fellow you want to talk to. He is your... he'll give you a tiny ingredients bag, and it will also start your crafting quest. So if you're interested in getting into the crafting, this is the guy you talk to. You don't have to, and you can come back later and get that. It's totally up to you. Crafting is, it's a lot simpler than it was, but it's still a little bit of a grind. But really cool when, you know, it pays off in the end. So the next part I'm taking you to is the banker, because we want to deposit stuff that we don't use. That we might use later, or these things which you get on your character. Actually, I'll use that one up. We can throw that out. Yeah, that's no good to anybody. And there we go, get those out just to make up some space. What else have we got? Alright, now the other thing is, this is where I dump off all my crafting things. Things that to be broken down from my crafted at crunch up. So I just count the items. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9. So I've put 9 items in. The average item selling at, say, 10% would is how much she gets back. So most of those are about $40 each. So I can withdraw some money because she's bought those. She sold those to the vendor, the make-believe vendor, which is my crafting person. Okay. Now, again, not PD rules, but I do it my way. Now, I'm missing something. Ah, yes. Okay, so we've got the troubleshooters on. That was part of my set. Yep, there we go. Alright, so we can throw that out because that doesn't sell either. So there we go. Banker, they're the first places that you visit in the harbour, and then you're all set, ready to go. Alright, that's the end of this video. I'll be back next video with our first quest. Until then, bye!